So today I'm going to wash my bus and degrease my engine. When Scott Crosby was here back late summer of last year, I want to say, we went through the engine and tightened up pretty much everything leak-wise that we could find. And since then I've gone on a trip about 3,000 miles or thereabouts, and I've got leaks. And so I'm going to go ahead and show those to you now before I clean it. So this is about 3,000 miles worth of dust and oil. Looks like that guy might be leaking a little bit right there. Back here, on the back of the blower, there's some oil accumulating over here. Now, this area with the tack drive, this was really clean before. This tachometer drive has been leaking. We tightened that up, but given how dirty that thing is, a lot of it's probably just emanating from there and getting blown around. I wonder about that rubber collar there. I might put a wrench on that, see if I can get that to snug up. This looks like an oil passageway right here as well. That goes over to the power steering pump. The power steering pump is a dirty pig. Not sure where that thing might be leaking. I got a bunch of oil over here on the top of my tranny. You know, we thought that was coming from the alternator oil feed. We tightened all that stuff up, but I got a feeling it's coming from the bottom of this compressor. See how dirty that thing is? We took that plate off the bottom of that, sealed it up with some Permatex and reinstalled it. It's pesky. It's still leaking. There's quite a bit of oil dripping off the bottom of that thing, and I think it's just blowing over onto the tranny over there. You might have a little bit coming out of this valve cover or this little plate right there. Maybe stick a wrench on that too. I don't have any idea how you replace that thing. It looks like the head's got to come off to do that, but I don't know. Maybe there's a trick. Well, maybe those flange bolts, you undo that and you can slide a new one in there, if that's the culprit over here. Front of the engine looks pretty clean. Not too much happening over here. So there's still a little bit of a whistle coming out of that area, but it's 90% better. I'm going to need an assistant to locate that. But it's so much better. I mean, it's not like that really loud, intolerable whistle we had before. Alright, I gotta play with my tractor first. I'm gonna back blade the shop driveway and get the mud and grass off of it. There's gravel under there. It's got stuff growing up on top of it. Okay, first order of business is hose the engine off with some high pressure water. Just to get all the big stuff off. I did allow this to cool for a while after my drive. Not doing it hot. Obviously, I'm not, trying to hose down anything electrical too much. Next step, a bottle of Dawn in, a spray bottle mixed with water. This stuff not only works great for pots and pans and dirty, greasy hands, it actually works pretty good on 40 weight too. I love this stuff. I don't have to go to the auto parts store to get it. I just keep it off anything you've waxed. Well, the bumper's been waxed, but too bad. It's not nasty, it's not going to burn your skin if it gets on you. They use it to clean the oil off of baby birds and stuff when the Exxon Valdez spilled and there's a big oil spill and it was on the animals and stuff. They use this stuff to clean the oil, the crude off of animals. I don't know, probably different mix or whatever, but hey. I like it. I've used the whole bottle. I gotta go mix up some more. I'm gonna go ahead and agitate this with a brush in the areas where it's particularly heavy. I'm just using what I had around. I mean, a parts brush would be better, right? But that's what I got. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the hose and see what is left after that. The light grease has come off. The heavy grease is still there. Maybe I need to use a stronger mix. I'm going to go ahead and add some more Dawn to the bottle. Okay, I got a stronger mix here. Looks like my buddy Mike's here. Hello. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, here's the finished product. You know, I'm not after spotless. Some guys want to eat off their Detroit diesel. My objective is just to identify leaks and try and keep it somewhat clean. So the big culprit is this tack drive, and this nut on here is 1 1/16 inch, and there's not adequate clearance to get a wrench on there to properly tighten that up. So quite a bit of oil was coming out of that area and spraying over these components in this area here. So I've tightened that up as best I can, but I really, it's only finger tight. I can't get a wrench on it. I think that the other leak that I have is on the bottom of that compressor. There's not really a whole hell of a lot I can do about it. So it is what it is. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys my technique for washing a bus in the fastest and easiest way possible. I use a no rinse product. This is Optimum No Rinse. There's other products available as well that do a similar job, but basically you do not have to rinse this soap off of the vehicle after you're done washing it. You just dry it. So you do not really need to use a bunch of water unless the vehicle's really dirty. So in this case, my bus is fairly dirty, so I'm going to wash it outside, and I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off before I wash it to get a lot of that dirt off of it. But a lot of times when the bus is not very dirty, I'll use this product inside my shop, and because there's very minimal water involved, only what's in the wash bucket, you can get away with using it inside. So I use that. I use a bucket that's got a screen in the bottom of it to kind of let the dirt drop to the bottom. You mix that up, 2 ounces to 2 gallons of water. Is that what it says? Sorry, 1 ounce to 2 gallons of water. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up now and hose off the bus and start washing. And the other thing to mention is for washing, I use a microfiber on a pole. I got this at O'Reilly's. Makes it really quick. And for drying, you'll see, very special. So for drying, I brought this contraption at a RV show that's got Velcro and a pole. It's also got this, squeegee thing here, and I don't use that. What I do is I take a good quality clean towel and stick it to this Velcro. Make sure you don't have any little things on here that will scratch the paint. I've used this towel to dry once already. by hand. There's some dirt there. So the bus was extremely dirty, and I'm seeing some spots that I missed, so I need to rewash those. Probably not showing up on the camera. Still missing stuff. Really dirty. So this bus has a signed custom paint job done by John Starr. He used to paint coaches for Marathon Coach down in Coburg, Oregon. Highly skilled painter. This is an older paint job, but it's holding up fairly well. Good quality paint job. And the rumor is that the paint job cost more than I paid for the bus. So I try and maintain this paint as good as I can. I have coated the bus with a product called Gloss Coat by Opticoat. It makes it so that I don't have to wax this thing all the time, because that's a big job. So I did a bunch of work getting all the water spots out of the paint job, and doing some light compounding and cleaning of the paint to get it to a point where I could coat it with this gloss coat stuff. That's just to protect the expensive paint job and make it to where I don't have to wax it all the time. It should last probably 3 years, since I park the coach inside most of the time. Yeah. So on to the next section. I'm just going to be washing, and we'll probably just speed up the video. the inside of my wheel wells out. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself before it dries, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this half. So my camera crapped out and didn't record me washing the other half of this bus. Apologize for that. I think you guys get the gist of it though. I'm using a microfiber washing thing on a pole that I got at O'Reilly's. I'm using a drying thing that has Velcro mounted on the end of it on a pole, and I'm just getting after it. And anything you can do when you got a big rig like this that saves time is very helpful. You know, when I first got this thing, I was out here with a ladder doing this, and that sucks, right? So microfiber wash, not a Not one of them bristle brush things on a pole, but microfiber, good quality drying towels. I'm not, I don't really care about brands and stuff. Just make sure it's not going to scratch up your paint. You know, you can use a microfiber, you can use cotton. This is an Adams thing that I got at a car show. That pole, though, that I might try and find some information on that and post a link or something, because that is that's been really helpful and not something you can find just anywhere. So thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Talk to you later. Finished product. So not perfect. I'm not looking for perfect though.